Wine and Crime contains graphic and explicit content which may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Listening to Wine and Crime, the podcast where three friends chug wine, chat true crime, and unleash their worst Minnesotan accents.
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
No. Yeah, sure. You betcha.
Yep.
I'm Kenyan. I never brush my hair.
Oh, okay.
I'm Lucy. I shower every other day.
Nice.
What?
I don't know.
I'm
Are
Amanda,
we confessing
and
stuff?
I did shower today, but I don't shower every other day. But I do take a bath almost every day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't take baths, so I just don't want to wash my hair, so I don't shower.
Yeah, every other day is actually perfectly, it's better for your hair and better for the environment.
I just reapply my deodorant and call it a day. Change my underwear, obviously.
Yeah.
Never. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Amanda, your hair also, because the majority of it is not your hair.
Mm-hmm. It's someone else's hair.
I literally can't. If I washed it every day, I would have no color in it, and it would be ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you do it for
that's
cosmetic reasons. I do it for lazy reasons.
I mean, it's honestly like why I take so many baths instead of showering, because I don't want to get my hair wet. And I enjoy obviously the relaxation of the tub. Bill installed a TV for me, so I have been watching old episodes of Broad City
That's
in the bathtub.
most romantic thing I've ever heard.
He's
amazing.
Bill's gifts to you that have been bathtub related.
Yep, he built my bath board.
Yep.
He installed my TV. He gets me fancy bubble baths. I mean, he wants me in there and out of his fucking way as much as I want to be in there.
Oh my God,
This is
speaking
not an
of,
argument.
I got a rock tumbler for Christmas because I asked for one, obviously.
Yes, you did.
You were
I think I told you
And
this.
all of us were like, we're not getting you that. And then your dad was like, I'm getting you that, or whatever.
Oh, my mom got it for me. But it's
Sorry, your
a
mom.
National Geographic brand, and it's marketed towards children.
Yeah.
And the
Whatever.
instructional booklet is like, ask your parents if you can do X, Y, Z.
Do you call your mom every time? Because you should.
I know I should. But okay, so I got it for Christmas, and as we're recording this, it's like mid-January. I just plugged it in last night.
It's the end
And
of
put the
January,
rocks
but
in.
okay.
It's really loud.
Yeah, honey. It tumbles rocks
I didn't think
in
it'd
a
be this loud,
metal
so I
container.
I plugged it in. It's rubber. I didn't think it'd be this loud, so I plugged it in my kitchen.
A styrofoam cooler.
Rebuild
That's an
Kenyon's
idea.
podcasting box from South Africa.
Yeah, take a
And put it in there.
cardboard box, cut up a
Fill
yoga
it with
mat,
yoga mats.
glue
Hey!
that to the side, and then
Jesus.
shove a
God.
pillow in there.
Smart.
Yeah.
I like that idea, but I was telling Corey earlier because he recently built basically a man cave. I hate that phrase, but he built a man cave in our basement.
Oh, I
And
didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got a rug and a
That's where
couch
he
and
plays
everything.
his video games now.
Oh, so you have your TV room to yourself.
I sure do, aka my office. But I was like, I'm gonna have to move this to the basement, and he's like, "The fuck you are? That's my space." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, but if it's upstairs, it's in my space."
But it's your rock tumbler.
I don't care, Amanda.
Put it in the garage.
Get one of those styrofoam
I don't think we have
coolers.
outlets in the garage. Whatever.
Really?
It's
You have a tuck under. I bet you do.
it's TBD. Anyway, it's sort
Put a
of
blanket over
it's
it.
sort of a wedge in our relationship right now. And no, we're not getting divorced. Jesus Christ.
Every
Yet.
time Zach has decor or memorabilia that I don't care for, I say, this would look so great in your office.
Mm-hmm.
I threatened to take it to the restaurant and just plug it in there because there's always noise happening. It was like, keep it out of my orbit.
Oh my God. If you do get divorced because of the rock tumbler, that would be so fucking funny,
Yeah,
though.
that'd be
I would
great
make
content.
a divorce
Really
ring
good content.
made
Yes.
from one of the stones that I tumbled.
Smart. Okay, well,
Yeah.
now you have to. All right, great.
Anyway,
Love it.
what the fuck are we doing here?
Okay. So Oh, my mom is calling me. Okay.
Ish.
No,
Reject.
We're working.
Send to voicemail.
Okay. In fairness, I've spoken to her 3 times today. Okay.
She's getting greedy.
You are listening to... I already did that.
You did that, and you introduced yourself. What you
No,
need
we're
to
on
do
the air now, bitch.
is tell us what the topic is this week.
All right.
We're firing on. I'm the one who smoked before this, not
I had
y'all.
a cocktail and
I'm
a half.
fine.
Okay.
So we have a very special gal's pick.
And my mom's calling. And
Oh my god.
It's a Beyond Stupid, folks.
Perfect.
So we've got Beyond Stupid ways to get caught.
Oh, I'm so excited.
there's some stupid fuckers out there.
So basically, whip out
Unbelievable.
the bag of Cheetos because you're going to want to tear a bunch of criminals a new one.
Spark
or
up,
the
babes.
bowl of peanut M&Ms as I'm eating right now.
Okay.
Yum.
I am fucking jealous of that.
That is
Yeah.
perfection. Oh, there's a fly. Okay.
3 5s. 5
Amanda, what is our wine crime bearing for Beyond Stupid ways to get caught?
Okay. Let me fix my strap. My strap on.
Oh yeah, you're wearing
Like a little
like
jumper.
a pinafore.
Cute.
It's like it's a pinafore. Yes, I'm wearing a pinafore.
My
it's
pinafore
not
and my
scarlet.
peruke.
Okay. So I wanted to find we haven't done like a Beyond Stupid in such a long time, so I wanted to find like a good stupid cocktail to go with this, but it turns out I do not have the materials to make the truly stupid cocktails, but I wanted to share some of them with you because I can't believe
Like
some of these
stupid
exist.
as in like
Yeah, what do you mean by stupid cocktail?
like easy to make or like taste
Oh, no.
bad?
You'll understand very, very quickly. One of them here is the Flaming Dr. Pepper,
oh, I think I've had that before.
which doesn't actually contain Dr. Pepper.
No.
Oh, what?
It's like cherry well,
It's amaretto, 151 proof rum, and a
Hence the
half glass
flaming.
of beer. And it apparently tastes a little like Dr. Pepper, but they do it as a shot.
and they light it on fire.
And then they light it on fire.
I don't like the. I would be really into it if it was mixed with Dr. Pepper.
I know. There you go. Stupid cocktail. Doesn't even fucking have Dr. Pepper in it. Dumb. Next. The Mountain Dew Me.
Mountain Dome.
We've done Mountain Dew cocktails on this show before.
Well, we've done hard Mountain Dew on the show, and we've discussed 3 Olives Mountain Dew flavored vodka, but I haven't actually featured it.
Yep.
Okay.
But this, again, no Mountain Dew.
We featured
no
it in
Mountain
our
Dew
own
vodka.
way back in like 2013.
Yeah. This cocktail is Slimer Green, and it is Midori,
No.
triple sec, pineapple juice, and 7-Up.
Nope.
The
No.
hangover and heartburn that ingredients list.
Ooh, that just
That's
made
like
my
a-
mouth water in
That's
a
like
bad
a really,
way.
really bad all-inclusive resort.
Yeah, this
Drink.
is a Margaritaville specialty cocktail.
Anything with Midori, absolutely
it's-
not.
No.
No. I don't need a melon liqueur in my life.
Yep. Yep. This one sounds delicious, but it's blended, and so people hate it. Like bartenders specifically hate it. It has a very bad sexist name, but it's called Boys Are Stupid. And it's blended, but it's served in a martini glass. There are so many things that make these stupid. This is 151 vodka, Bailey's, and Kahlua, and like a bunch of ice, and you blend it.
I
Sounds
hate
fucking
a
delicious.
martini glass.
They always fall over.
Vodka, Kahlua, what? Blended?
Rum, 151 rum, vodka, Bailey's, and Kahlua.
That's
and
not bad.
ice blended.
No.
It's like a milkshake.
I
I,
don't like
would drink
that.
this shit out of
I'd
that.
be into that. But
It's
but
like
not
a-
out of a fucking martini
No.
glass.
It's like a milkshake plus a Long Island iced tea plus a White Russian.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I love it.
that's
Mm,
why I drink it.
Okay, well,
Another dumb
I'll
cocktail
hold your hair back.
Another dumb cocktail is called the Lindsay Lohan because it's red.
Oh,
And it's just foul.
Should be Taylor Swift because she
Oh.
had that
Oh, the
album,
album.
I think.
Okay.
Timely.
Wow.
I'm not a Swiftie.
That's
That was only-
it should be
that was
15
only, like,
because she
7
had that
albums
album,
back.
right?
I don't know. I don't listen to Taylor Swift.
That shows. Okay, this is made up of Jägermeister, peach schnapps, Coca-Cola, and cranberry juice.
No!
What is that?
The Lindsay Lohan.
That is a monstrosity.
It's a crime. Okay.
That's a mess
one-
like Lindsay Lohan.
This one, okay, I'm putting a picture of it into the text chat for us, and I just want you to guess what this is called. And I'll put a picture of it on the drive so that everyone on the blog gets, who goes
The
to the
Hulk.
blog
Something
gets-
with Hulk in the name.
Ooh, that's not a bad guess.
Yeah.
Green
It's
Lantern.
not correct, but the Green Lantern?
The Jolly Green Giant with the short skirt.
Oh, the upskirt.
The upskirt.
The Jolly Green upskirt.
I'm going with
Yeah.
upskirt.
The Grinch.
The Grinch. Nope. Okay. You want to know what it is?
The organic gardener.
Oh,
It's
you're
really- it's
actually
really
way
green.
closer.
Oh.
No.
The Irish trash can. You guys, if you thought any of these other cocktails were either dumb or
Patrick's
disgusting,
anus.
Patrick's. St. Patrick's anus.
I like the Irish trash can because it
The
has
Irish
all the
trash
ingredients
can.
of an Irish trash can.
You guys, you don't even fucking know. It doesn't have any
The
whiskey.
leprechaun's colonoscopy. Let's
Oh.
go.
You are not ready. You are
the
not
leprechaun
ready.
sample.
Okay. It contains gin, light rum, vodka, peach schnapps, blue curacao, triple sec, and a can of Red Bull. The blue curacao and the yellow of the Red Bull mix to make that green.
A chemistry occurs.
And the peach schnapps. Peach
Yeah, but
schnapps.
the schnapps that I have on my bar are clear. They're not
Oh.
like yellow.
I think peach
'Cause I
schnapps,
have, like,
in
not-
a like a what's it called, Decappers or whatever that brand with all the schnapps.
Yeah.
I think the peach is it clear or
I
is it like
think it's clear.
pinkish?
I've
not a
only ever
fan, I
seen
don't
clear
know.
clear schnapps. It's not tinted.
Fucking yuck.
There are more, but the only other one I'm gonna read is called the Adios, motherfucker. There's a theme. This contains vodka, rum, tequila, gin, blue curacao, sweet and sour, and 7-Up.
Fucking no.
God. Why
It
do people
sounds
do
like-
this?
It sounds like melted candy into a cup with booze. Like my teeth hurt thinking about that drink.
You know what these remind me of?
College.
When we were
You did. Your sister always. Oh, she wanted UV blue, or
Yeah.
did she want blue
Lucy
curacao?
always wanted UV blue. You went through a hard UV blue phase.
My college roommates and I went through a hard UV blue phase.
Well, I feel like you got blue curacao or something for your sister once.
Probably.
I don't know. Continue, Kenyon. What does this remind you of?
This reminds me of when we were in South Africa and Zach was coaching kind of like an inner city baseball team in one of these informal settlements and or townships, whatever. And we had a party at our house and we had all of the players come and hang out and we, had a big meal and whatever. And then they all stayed pretty late. And we quickly ran out of the alcohol that we had bought for the party, but we had all this alcohol on our
They're
bar.
high school?
They were all over 18, and that's the drinking age in South
Oh.
Africa.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, whatever. None of them were driving. They had a driver with a van to take them home. So we were like, okay, whatever, like have at it. So they just raided our bar.
Yeah.
And they're all like 18 and 19 years old. So it was just like whatever they could mix together.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
Amanda and I
yeah.
when we visit your house.
There was
Oh my
a
God.
lot of experimentation happening. Because we also had like no mixers left. Like it was just everything was gone. So
Yeah.
it was just, I don't know, gin and rum and curacao. Let's go.
Oh, God.
But yeah, that sounds disgusting. But I'm not drinking any of these. I have a mango White Claw with a little bit of vodka in it. Which, Lucy, what did you call this?
A power claw.
A power claw.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm drinking.
Nice.
What are y'all drinking?
Well, I just finished it, but I had a little wild turkey American honey that I got in my
Yerm.
stocking stuffer at Christmas.
Thanks, ma'am.
And Coke.
Oh, yeah.
And a Luxardo cherry, but I just finished it. So here's my empty glass.
Nice.
How cute are you?
I had a few drinks before we even started recording because tonight was a late one. So right now I'm just drinking ice water out of my Hydro Flaze.
Great.
That's
I've got half a joint in front of me that I'll be hitting again on the commercial break.
I was just gonna say I'm probably gonna go get a gummy during our commercial break.
God bless.
All right.
We know who we are.
We know who we are. Oh, I've got the peanut M&Ms too, if that counts.
It counts.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get cooking. Lucy, what is our background and maybe psych for Beyond Stupid?
She's
ways
reaching for
to
the
get
bones.
caught?
She's reaching for the bones.
No psych,
Wow.
obviously. Well, no,
know if
not
that
so
would be
Quality of
obvious.
being stupid.
We've done so many Beyond Stupids, and I feel like I've covered different aspects of being stupid so many times that today I pretty much just have a list of very shallow dives into some
Love
of the dumbest ways criminals have been caught.
Great. Go get into the spirit of the true crime storytelling, Lucy.
Okay. Start talking so Amanda stops talking.
Okay. First up, we've got this dickhead. In 2010, a man named Faisal Shahzad wanted to set off a car bomb in New York City. He filled it with explosives and fireworks and parked it in Times Square. Could have been real bad. Luckily, he fucked up making the bomb in the first place, so nothing actually happened when he tried to detonate it. And not only that, but he locked the keys to his apartment inside the car with all the bombs.
No.
So when the cops showed up to like deal with it, they quickly tracked him down.
Oh, no.
Well, sucks to suck.
Imagine realizing that after he's like, checking his
He
pockets.
left his wallet and a piece of a recent electricity bill.
His ID.
You have no
Intact.
idea. I'm just getting started.
My handwriting
registration.
Okay.
And lots of hair.
Oh, yeah. With the root.
Yes. And actually just a straight up DNA sample on a slide ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, luck.
In 2008, and I do have a photo on the drive of this, which will be on the blog, a homicide detective named Kevin Lloyd was looking through pictures of gang tattoos because, like, when they arrest a known gang member, they'll take pictures of all their tattoos to, like, link them, you know?
Uh-huh.
So he was looking through, like, a photo album of all these gang tattoos when he noticed something a bit suspicious. And this is from the LA Times, quote, "Inked on the pudgy chest of a young Pico Rivera gangster who had been picked up and released on a minor offense was the scene of a 2004 liquor store slaying that had stumped Lloyd and his colleagues for more than 4 years."
This guy tattooed the scene of the crime.
Yeah, but he, like, replaced the victim with Mr. Peanut?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I have no explanation for that.
This tattoo is not good.
Oh, it's not
With
good.
the name of the liquor store.
Yep. So he has this whole tableau, like, tattooed on his chest.
It's amazing.
And this is an unsolved crime from 4 years prior that the cops were like, oh,
shit.
we're like, no one's talking. We're never going to get to the bottom of this. And then he's looking through this photo album of gang tattoos and is like, wait a minute.
Wow.
So each key detail was right there. The Christmas lights that lined the roof of the liquor store where 23-year-old John Juarez was gunned down. The direction in which his body fell, the bowed street lamps across the way, and the street sign, all under the chilling banner, like a neck, what's it called, like a collarbone tattoo
Keeping it real.
that says Rivera Kills, which is a reference to the gang Rivera 13. As if to seal the deal, below the collarbone of the gang member known by the alias Chopper was a miniature helicopter raining down bullets onto the scene.
That's what, and like blowing fire. Like it's like an, not an anamorph. What's it called? Anthropomorphized helicopter.
An anamorph.
An anamorph.
We knew what you meant. Everyone knew what you meant.
Everyone knew.
Lloyd's discovery of the tattoo launched a bizarre investigation that soon led to 25-year-old Anthony Garcia's arrest for the shooting, and he ended up being convicted of first-degree murder. So yeah, it's a terrible tattoo. Why the fuck is Mr. Peanut involved? Why would you do this in the
lot
first
of questions.
place?
Yeah.
My favorite part of this whole tableau is the part where it
tableau.
says, me, Rivera, and then a person that I'm assuming looks like this guy with a knife stabbing Mr. Peanut.
It's Mr. Peanut.
It's Mr. Peanut.
I think that says
there's
Rivera.
even a top hat. Like, the top hat
A
is
monocle.
like flying off behind him, and the monocle's still on.
It's
Like, that's Mr. Peanut.
a horrible and he's like stabbing him in the top of
This
the
is
head.
like if I was tasked with drawing this tableau, this is the best
it's not
I could
that
do.
bad.
Like, the liquor
Given
store is
enough time.
pretty quality.
Also, collarbone tattoos.
There's a third Mr. Peanut.
They never look like even.
No, they
No.
don't. Because you move.
Yeah.
Where's the third one?
Under the
see it.
street lamp.
I
No,
see
thought
it.
it was like,
There are 4. One,
well,
two,
yeah,
three,
the one
4.
lying on the ground too. Yep.
Oh my God. It's so fucking stupid.
It's bizarre.
It's beyond stupid, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
All right. Well.
All right,
cool.
next little case. A couple in Texas. I feel like we've talked about this before. A couple in Texas robbed a jewelry store and then tried to get away in a wheelchair.
Yep.
They were
Oh,
quickly
yeah,
apprehended.
I think I covered that. Yeah.
I think you have too. That was their
Amazing.
getaway vehicle.
And the CCTV footage is so funny too, of her just like kicking her little, walking the wheelchair away. And she was in like this weird wig. And wasn't she wearing like a trash bag as a coat?
Yeah, it was something
It was
really
bizarre.
fucking weird. Okay, so then
I
we
love it.
travel overseas to Hungary, where a woman decided to rob a store using a very special weapon, which was a can of deodorant, like aerosol
Nice.
deodorant.
Stand
Great.
back or I'll spray you.
Yep. Or you'll smell good.
She rushed into the store, waving the can around and calling it, quote, gas spray. But
Okay.
workers quickly noticed that it was just deodorant and took
She
her
didn't
down,
even like spray
and the
paint
woman
the
was
can.
arrested.
She just like
Oh,
left.
like it
No.
just says Dove.
It was
gas
like
spray.
it was like
They just came out with it.
Dove Radiance cucumber.
native deodorant. It's
Gas
sulfate
spray.
free.
I don't think they have aerosol, but yes,
You know,
it was deodorant. Like, come on.
Yeah.
In 2018, cops in Ossining, New York, were chasing 23-year-old criminal named Blake Leak, L-E-A-K. Leak.
Blake Leak?
Blake Leak.
Blake Leak. Blake Leak.
Blake Leak.
Blake Leak.
So they were chasing him through the streets after Leak was seen attempting to break into a mini-mart. Leak thought that he'd made a grand escape after the cops tripped in the street, giving him a chance to dash into a nearby building. Unfortunately for him, that building just so happened to be part of the Sing Sing Correctional Facility.
he
Oh.
ran into
right
a
into jail.
He ran into the lobby of a jail.
Wow.
That's actually not the
Okay.
only case that I came across where somebody's like trying to get away and they accidentally run into like a police station.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. There's nothing wrong with watching a lot of movies, but you shouldn't always believe everything you see in them. One thief had seen many heist movies where bank cards or like debit cards, like credit cards, were used to easily open doors.
I've also seen that in movies, and it does not work that well.
It sure doesn't. So he tried the trick for himself on a neighbor's apartment, but his card just broke in half.
Yeah, newer locks
Well, then the half
Don't
of it fell inside
play
the
with that.
apartment, and the neighbor saw it and then
And
called
could
the
read.
cops and just gave them the name printed on the
No
card.
way, it was the name side.
Yes,
the
it was
name
the
half.
It was
fell
the
in.
name half. Even if it wasn't, you could still find out whose fucking card it
Yeah.
was.
Oh, that's
But
so
it was the name
good.
half.
The fact that it's the name half makes it.
And
I
his
love
own
that.
card.
Mm-hmm.
On his own neighbor. So the neighbor's like, what the fuck, George?
I mean,
thought we were
best case
friends.
scenario, it works, but you've still fucked up your card.
Yeah.
And
It's just-
walked in while your neighbor's home.
It's not great. It's not great.
It's just there's no outcome where that's good.
No. Okay, so here's a little bit of a longer one, and it's fucking amazing. This is from Wikipedia. In 2007, a Polish man named Kristen Bala was sentenced to jail for 25 years for planning and committing the murder of a man named Dariusz Januszewski, who was a small business owner in the city of Wrocław in the year 2000.
Ooh.
Januszewski's
Wrocław.
body was, his dead body was found discovered floating in a lake. And for 3 years, the Wrocław police had failed to solve the murder until a detective found some physical clues linking the murder to Bala. More sensationally, clues to the killing were found in Bala's first novel, which he called Amok, which he self-published
No, honey.
3 years after Januszewski's death. So it
Oh,
was
dear.
as if Bala had written a fictionalized version of the real life killing into his novel using information only the murderer could have
This
known.
is very common. Yeah, a lot of people do this. It's a fucking drive for attention.
It's
strong.
so fucking
Trust
dumb.
me, I know. I know how strong it is. Don't give in.
The case drew widespread media coverage in Poland and resulted in increased sales of the novel as readers looked for clues in the novel to the real-life events of Januszewski's death.
Wow.
Prosecutors believe the motive for killing was tied to jealousy, as Bala had assumed that his estranged wife was having a quote-unquote affair with Januszewski. It's not an affair if you're estranged. I'm sorry. Get over it.
You're on a break. And also,
We were on a break.
yeah,
You're on a break.
Oh,
it's literally what estranged means.
Like, you don't have a say anymore.
Yeah, and also,
but
like,
if you're still married, I don't know.
It doesn't,
Depends.
if you're
Depends.
estranged,
if you're
no.
estranged, it's all bets are off.
Yeah.
Okay.
In 2007, while Bala was in prison, an appeals court ordered a retrial of the case. In December of 2008, Bala had a new trial and was again found guilty and continued to serve his 25-year sentence.
Yeah, honey.
This is where
Well, at least he had new material for the sequel.
Speaking of new material, Bala is working on a second novel, tentatively titled Deliric. I don't know what that means in Polish.
Babe.
Police report evidence found on his computer showed plans for killing a new victim to tie in with his second novel.
Good
So he
oh
saw
my God,
this-
sorry, there's like a bug on my, oh my God. Ugh.
Why do you have bugs? It's January.
No.
there are still stink bugs that
Yeah.
have been in this house that I swear
I got
they
it.
stay in and they fuck, and then you find them every once in a while,
Yeah.
and it's disgusting.
It was
That's
a stink bug.
disgusting. Don't
All
squish it.
I did, whatever. It's
Too late.
It's fine. I'd rather smell it than have it alive.
Put it
feel you.
outside and let it die slowly. My God. Anyway,
moving on.
so he was planning.
Psycho.
He was there was so much success for his first self-published novel because of the tie-in with the actual murder that he's planning on doing it
viral
again.
marketing.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that's bullshit. I'm very happy we have the law about, criminals not being able to benefit from their crimes, because otherwise there would be so much incentive.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gross.
Yeah, profiting from that while you're
That
sitting in prison is
Is
so
our
fucking
society.
gross. Okay, next, Christopher Wilson was a tweaker who decided that he was going to be the next DB Cooper. After lighting up a pipe of crystal meth, He came up with the brilliant idea to go into a hardware store and steal a bunch of shit. Unfortunately, as he left, he dropped a vial of his meth that had his, I don't know why, but it had his name and phone number on it.
If found.
On the vial that he
Always
dropped.
label your meth. It's expensive. You don't want to risk losing it. It's like you got to tag your pets and your meth.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know why,
amazing.
but that was part of this listicle. Next, 2 Croatian criminals were apprehended with over 100 grams of weed in their car. When they were being...
It was me.
Probably. Well, you are a
Is that even
Croatian
that many
criminal.
grams? That's like not even that many grams, is it?
Weed is really light, so I feel like 100 grams of
That's
weed
a lot
would be
of
like a
weed.
lot of weed.
Oh, okay.
While they were being questioned by cops, one of their phones suddenly got a text message which read, "Water my weed, please," from one of their friends.
Where's my weed that you're bringing me across state lines?
So they went to that guy's house and discovered a whole marijuana farm.
So he's growing, yeah. Obsessed.
Oh my God, you need code words.
Water my weed, please. My plants. Water my plants.
I feel like they could have cracked that code.
I know, but they wouldn't have
It
as
wouldn't have
much
raised
probable
suspicion.
cause. Yeah.
Necessarily.
They're not
I'm out of
that
town. Can you
stupid.
water my plants? Boom.
I feel like that would have still warranted a little
I don't
visit
know.
and a knock.
Like, even if you're not being actively observed by, like, the FBI
Law
for drug
enforcement.
sales, it's never a bad idea to have a little bit of coded language.
Also, just like switch it
in
up.
text
it doesn't have to
messages.
be so like if you don't have to say anything that like is that obvious. If you're
Water
Or
my
texting
you
your
could
weed,
just
weed
call.
guys, you could literally
text.
say anything, and they know what you're talking about.
he didn't want anyone to
Your
get
weed
confused,
guy.
I guess.
You could be
Whatever.
like, "Hey, do you have any ballerinas?" You
Sure
know, they're
do.
gonna fucking know what
What
you're saying.
size?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next. Mauricio Fierro was a Brazilian thief who stole a car and then decided to also rob a pharmacy.
Oh, okay.
When he
While
got-
you're at it.
While you're at it, when he got outside with the loot from the pharmacy, he discovered that his stolen car had been stolen. So he's stuck there with a bag of shit, like not knowing what to do.
Oh,
That's a bad day.
Gets
That is a
worse.
really bad day.
Moments later, a third thief snuck up behind him and stole the shit that he had taken from the pharmacy right out of his hands.
That's a bad neighborhood.
So this
That's
robber
that's
was in
a-
Brazil.
yeah, that's
It
a
could have been in like
domino
a
effect.
favela with like, I don't know. It was
Wow.
probably not a great area. So he was robbed twice in one night. And
Poor
then to make
guy.
matters worse, he then decided to report the crimes, plural, to the police,
Got to.
who recognized him as the pharmacy thief and arrested him.
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
There were also a lot of people who had rewards, like bounties
Juice
on their
rewards?
heads,
who turned themselves in and tried to get the
who
loot.
turned themselves in and tried to get the money, and they were like, that is
There was
not
like a-
how this works.
There was like a guy in, or who was like part of the Taliban
Yes.
who tried to do that.
Yes, there was a guy who was part of the Taliban who tried to turn himself
Yes.
into like international courts. They were like,
Yes,
no,
for
I
like
don't
a
know.
$100,000
Honey,
reward or
no.
something. Yeah, and he got arrested.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing.
So there was a guy named Gary Ruff, who was a British guy who decided to try to pull off a robbery.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as guns weren't legal in the UK, he did the next best thing he could think of. He got armed with a cucumber.
I saw this.
He demanded cash while brandishing the cucumber. And unsurprisingly was
Stop or I'll puke.
Stop or I'll puke. I'll pickle this place.
Oh, Amanda, you old card.
It wasn't
Cow.
like in his pocket. It was
No,
like,
he was
No, he, like,
he was
pressed it in-
brandishing it.
Oh, I thought he like pressed it into somebody's back.
He probably did that at
That
least
as well.
Also, what I read, he was brandishing it.
That's amazing. That's way better than
That's
how I
so-
pictured it.
So, I mean,
Bold.
for some reason, whether or not it was out in the open and the security guard was like, "That's a fucking cucumber," and then took him down, or if the security guard thought it was a gun, they still took this guy down.
Yeah.
He then asked if he was going to go to jail for the crime, and the answer was yes.
Like, yeah, you still tried to hold up a store,
Yeah.
like rob a place.
Is faking having a weapon?
It's still armed robbery. At least
Is it?
in a lot of places it is.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It is in places in the UK too, it sounds like, based off of one of the
how
cases I
fucking
covered.
stupid.
Oh, armed robbery with a cucumber.
Wow.
But if you are threatening people's lives and making people sincerely believe that you
Yeah.
have a weapon,
That's
that
harm.
that is fucking crazy harm.
Yeah.
What
You
is
can't
it?
do that shit.
Effect over intent.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have one last one. This is my favorite one. This is from an article from Medium. 28-year-old Polish-born UK man named
Okay.
Lucas Chanausk. I will just be referring to him as Lucas.
That is gonna work a lot better for all of us. Okay.
Lucas broke into a home belonging to Martin Hotley and Pat Dyson and was later discovered by the homeowners fast asleep in their bed.
Is this the Goldilocks guy or whatever?
He's
Yeah.
nicknamed the Goldilocks.
Burglar or something.
He didn't even burgle. We'll get to
He
it.
just broke in. Yeah.
He
The Goldilocks
moved in.
snapper.
A Goldilocks napper.
The retired couple first thought something was strange as they opened the door to find their mail and newspapers picked up and neatly stacked, like inside the house.
He's just a roommate.
A really good one. He
Yeah.
cleans.
A really good one. Miss Dyson also noticed that the house was unusually tidy.
Are they the Dyson of the Dysons?
I fucking doubt it.
No.
That would be amazing.
Lucas was, of course, the unlikely intruder and gained the nickname Goldilocks. However, Lucas was not a disrespectful house intruder. The couple noted that he had done the washing up, brought food. He went to the grocery store and got
Filled the
food,
pantry.
and even done a load of laundry. The intruder had cooked a meal, which I read
house
was like a
next.
chicken pasta sort of situation.
Sounds
That's
amazing.
like your favorite thing.
I know, it is my favorite fucking
Is he
thing.
available?
Yeah. Can I hire him?
We'll get to the hiring.
Oh my God.
Okay, so he had cooked a meal and also enjoyed a bubble bath before he was discovered in the couple's bed. Nothing's
Wow.
better than climbing into a bed after a hot bath. Clean
Tidying
sheets.
up, eating a chicken and pasta dish, taking a
He's
bubble
you.
bath, and climbing into bed. That's
Minus the bubble bath, that's Lucy.
me.
Well, it's also
I think
you.
it's all of us.
I
it's all of
associate you
us.
more with shrimp in your pasta than chicken, but yes.
I associate Kenyon with a Caesar salad.
and a
All
lot
of this with a
shrimp.
Caesar salad, like a side of shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenyon loves
And then
a
all
side
of this
I
minus
do.
the
I
bath.
have to enjoy it until I eventually become allergic to it.
That's a sad reality.
Yeah.
There's more, y'all.
Okay.
Oh my God.
When Holtby, who's the male homeowner, challenged him, like, "What the fuck are you doing in our home and our bed?"
Right.
Lucas appeared to cower under the bedclothes. The
Okay,
situation.
that's creepy.
Well, he was
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's broken into their home. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is. I agree. That
that's
is creepy.
okay. Well, at least
Don't
he
love
wasn't
it.
being violent about it.
No,
Yeah.
of course not.
The situation was made worse by a lack of a common language, as Polish-born Lucas had very poor English skills.
It's like, oh, this is just what we do in Poland.
Yeah.
We just go into each other's houses and snuggle up. What's the
We
problem?
just couldn't communicate, and it was really tense, and obviously it was
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
The couple left the house, locked the doors, and then called the police, and Goldilocks was arrested. Okay, here are the best parts. The only damage to the house was a burnt saucepan. But as Pat Dyson commented, quote, "These things happen." The couple both stated that at no time did they feel threatened by their unusual house guest Once arrested, it was discovered that Lucas had been evicted from his regular lodgings. Having nowhere to stay, he spotted the couple's house. Going to the overgrown back garden, he presumed the house was unoccupied and forced a rear window to gain entrance.
Look, if you are judging whether or not my house is occupied by the state of the garden,
I know, right?
you're in for a rude
treat.
awakening.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like presumptuous much. But
Wow.
they were like out of town though.
But like, who has time to garden?
No, I know. I need to plant a garden.
Oh my God.
Once inside, he must have known that the property was occupied and prayed the occupants would not return soon. Although Lucas had been observed in the house by the window cleaner, the
Oh my
window
God.
cleaner stated that he thought the 28-year-old was the couple's grandson, so he just didn't
He looks
do anything.
so at home there.
Yeah,
I just
he looked like a
assumed
house
he lived
sitter.
here.
He was
Yeah.
in there. He probably waved.
He was tidying up.
Yeah.
Yes, he was
Like
cleaning.
vacuuming. Oh my God.
Lucas
I would
was
have
given
made
a
the same assumption. I would have
Yeah.
been like, he's here to water the plants.
well,
I
it's not,
absolutely would
as
have
the house
made the same
cleaner, it's not
assumption.
your fucking business to question who's in the house. Like they're in the house, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Lucas was given a 2-year conditional
me to do about it?
discharge in order to pay £200 worth of costs at Burnley Crown Court after admitting burglary. He had taken nothing from the property despite Pat Dyson having a jewelry box in the house. That was
He
not
was
his
literally
intention.
just trying to be housed.
Yes,
yeah,
he was
yeah,
just
that's
trying to
absolutely
move
what
in.
He was doing.
Poor fucking person. God damn it.
Pat Dyson commented that she felt, quote, fairly sympathetic, although he did break in, but it was neatly done.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Holtby commented that Lucas was so tidy, quote, he thought about hiring him as a butler to stay in the basement.
Stop. Do it.
I know, I feel bad for Lucas. Like, not the right way to go about that, but like, he was
literally
kind of
Sucks.
just,
He's unhoused.
he was
Yeah.
sweet about it.
Shelter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
God, our society is so broken.
Well,
Okay.
that was in the UK.
It wasn't here, but yes.
our
global
society.
society. Yeah.
Anyway, that's just a quick dive into some stupid
Wow.
fucking ways people have been caught.
Amazing.
I love it. I want Lucas to visit me.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a picture of Lucas on the drive, which will be on the blog too. He just
Oh, sweet Lucas.
he just looks he's a foreigner in a foreign land.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. He's the most Polish looking man I've ever
He is
seen in my life.
Extraordinarily Polish looking.
Wow.
Like he's got pockets of pierogies. I know he does.
That's amazing. Everything.
Oh my God.
All right.
The pierogi burglar.
Okay, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors, Dyson Vacuums, and we'll get to my case.
Ring doorbell.
I know that I have fallen victim to the whole try it free for 30 days,
Oh, yeah. They're going to get my money.
which sounds like a great offer because it's enough time to try and completely forget about the subscription or service that you are now going to be paying for.
Mm-hmm.
So before you know it, you're paying for that subscription, but you're not using it and you're paying for it every single month. And with Rocket Money, you can change that with a few quick taps.
Rocket Money is an ADHD sufferer's dream
Yep.
app.
Yep.
It's amazing. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. I am obsessed with this. So I am the kind of person that, like, for example, when we moved into this home and we did a change of address form, the post office, or like when you change your address, will offer you all of these magazine subscription offers that are so cheap or free for the X amount of months. And I was like, yes, this is brilliant. I'm going to get all these free magazines and then I'm going to cancel. 3 years later, I was still getting magazines.
Yeah.
And I recently used Rocket Money to take care of all of it for me. And now I'm not getting flooded with magazines and auto paying
Yep.
for 10 subscriptions that I was not using. It's absurd. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify your subscriptions for you so that you can stop paying for the ones you don't want.
Yeah,
Period.
that was always my problem. It was like, I don't even remember what I'm subscribed to. And then when you look at your
Exactly.
statements, the name of things is always different.
It's very confusing, but Rocket Money makes it so easy. Simply find the subscription you don't want and press cancel in the app, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. No more long hold times with customer service or tedious emailing back and forth. I tried to cancel a subscription to something recently,
Before
and I
Rocket
had
Money?
to talk. Yeah, before Rocket Money, and I had to be on a chat with like a robot that was trying to get me to change my subscription package a million times before it would just cancel it.
Yeah.
Rocket Money can save you. Could put that time back in your pocket. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as the click of a button. And over 3 million people have used Rocket Money, saving the average person up to $720 a year. Who couldn't use $720? Come on.
I could. So stop throwing your money away, cancel unwanted subscriptions, and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/gals, G-A-L-S. That's rocketmoney.com/gals, rocketmoney.com/gals, and treat your wallet.
Treat it. Care of is a subscription service that ships high quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your door every month. It is amazing. Tell us more, Kenyon.
Well, it is February, and in February, I like to not just focus on my loved ones, but also focus on my self-care.
Yep.
And, you know, taking vitamins and supplements and taking the time to feel more balanced and confident and energetic is a way for me to practice my self-care. And Care of makes that really easy. So show yourself some love this month with Care of. You can take a short, in-depth quiz about your lifestyle and health goals for a personalized, doctor-backed recommendation, taking the guesswork out of what supplements are best suited for you. I like to take their quiz maybe like twice a year, just kind of make sure that, you know, I don't have any blind spots when it comes
Yeah,
to
see where you're at.
my vitamins and supplements, because, you know, my lifestyle changes, my needs
Oh, yeah.
change.
Oh, yeah.
And Care of has helped me discover new vitamins and supplements that I had never even heard of before, but I'm so glad that I am taking now. And
Amazing.
they make it super easy. So Care of's daily vitamin packs are great for on the go, and they're made of plant-based compostable film. So you can
Yes.
stress less about your impact on the environment. You're not creating, like, you know, a pile of plastic that'll never degrade.
Yes. So for 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code GALS50. That's GALS 50. Again, for 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code GALS50 and treat your wellness.
Treat it. My case. I feel like we might have mentioned this guy during fingerprint forensics.
Finger crimes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But if not,
Finger crimes.
I put it on the
fingering
list.
crimes.
Gals pick, fingering crimes.
No.
Crimes of the
fingering
finger.
potato crimes.
Tell them. Tell them. Tell her.
Tell me what?
Literally last week, Zach and I we went out to a bar. We brought Sonia and her little stroller or whatever.
She's a bar baby.
That's neither here nor there. But we're sitting outside and we're looking up food to order because we didn't want to cook. And Zach goes, Finland potatoes, nice.
Finland.
Finland.
And I was like,
He's reading it though.
yeah, say.
He teaches America's youth.
And I was like, fingerling potatoes? And he was like, he started making fun of me for the pronunciation. And I was like, honey, no, it's fingerling potatoes.
Oh,
And I need to call
my
Lucy
God.
right
And
now. Say it again.
I
sent me a
instantly
voice
did a
memo.
voice memo.
No, she did.
Crying, laughing that Zach calls them Finland potatoes. And now that I
She goes, say it. Say it again. Say it how you said it earlier.
And he goes,
Say it into the phone. Kiss me through the phone.
Finland.
I thought he said finglet, which is really cute.
And then because I corrected him and told him
Hoglet potatoes.
it was fingerling. Now he won't eat them because it's like angel hair pasta to him. Like he won't eat it because it sounds like a human body part.
Angel hair is the best pasta.
He won't eat it because it sounds like hair.
disagree.
More for
but-
the rest of us.
But it is kind of gross to think about hair when you're eating your pasta.
Have you had angel hair?
I have.
It's
I
not
have.
gross
I
at
get
all.
It.
It's a gift from heaven.
No, it's good.
Well, now he won't eat angel hair pasta or Finland potatoes.
Fingal. But you should make him Finland potatoes on a bed of angel hair pasta and just see what he does. It's a lot of carbs, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. I don't know. Well, I do know where that came from. All right. We're going to talk a lot about fingers.
Great. Love it.
Okay.
Finglets.
Finglets. Tell them what
Tell
you
him
said.
what you did.
All right. Since the beginning of fingerprint forensic science, it has occurred to wily criminals to try to evade detection by altering or removing their fingerprints, known as fingerprint obliteration.
Oh, dear.
Reminds me of Men in Black when he put his fingers
Oh,
on
yeah,
that board.
on the ball. Yeah.
Burns them right off.
Yeah.
Right
Well,
at clear off.
in the 1930s, they didn't have that technology and they had to go to greater lengths, and we will get to it.
There's still not that technology.
I don't think we have that technology now, but love
We
your-
don't have the Men in Black technology?
The forgetter stick?
the grasshopper gun or the little cricket, whatever it was called. I'll make this look good. The cricket
Yeah.
gun.
The cat collar with the universe? We don't have that?
Yeah.
The galaxy is on Orion's belt.
Catch up.
Keep up.
Okay. Oh, Rip Torn.
Rip Torn. That's right. Rip Torn is in there. Can you imagine if your name was Rip Torn?
Oh, we're going to get into a name. Okay. It's all circling
Egger.
back.
Okay.
So in the 1930s, gangster John Dillinger famously attempted to burn off his fingerprints with acid. That did not
Right.
work out for him because he was
Famously.
in
John
water.
Dillinger.
In water.
Sugar water.
Sugar in water.
These jokes are so timely. That movie didn't come out 25 years ago.
Men in Black fucking holds up.
Oh,
Everybody,
Men in
I
Black
watched it in a
fucks.
hotel room recently. Men in Black absolutely fucks. It's so good.
Okay.
Corey and I watched it when we stayed in Area 51
It's so good.
on
Yeah.
VHS in a tiny little TV
On your
plus
honeymoon
VCR. It
At
was
the
our
Alien.
honeymoon.
I know.
And Rachel, Nevada. And he was so mad when he woke up the next morning and didn't recall being abducted.
Okay. During the same era, so the 1930s, the John Dillinger era,
Okay.
Right.
fingerprint
The Men in Black era.
obliteration was taken to new extremes by an unfortunately named man, Roscoe Pitts.
No.
Ooh.
Can you imagine? Like, Brad Pitt's life could be so different if his last name ended with an S.
Yeah.
I don't
'Cause
know.
Brad
Pitt's
Pitt's-
not great.
Pitt
And
is
Brad
already
Pitt,
tough, but
it's
Pitt
on its way. But
Pitt's
Pitt's
tough to bounce
plural.
back from.
That's Pitt's not looking good. This episode's so fucking stupid.
good.
It's not looking good.
Pitts went by a variety of similar sounding names because wouldn't you? He is also referred to throughout various press coverage of his crimes as Robert Pitts, Robert Phillips,
Arnold
Pitts.
Ronald Phillips, and Robert Pierce.
Okay.
Pitts had been born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina, but eventually settled into a life of moving around the country committing petty crime, mostly home burglaries and car theft. One source describes Pitts as, quote, 5'9", blue-eyed, brown-haired, good-looking, in a sort of stupid way.
Oh, no. But also, I know exactly what
Right.
kind of way they
Yeah.
mean.
Mhm.
Everyone I fucked in and around Kenyon's college.
I think the most attractive men look visibly stupid. stupid in some way.
You're attracted. That's your thing.
Well, I
You
mean,
want your man to look a little stupid.
I mean, I think the actors that have like eyes that go two different ways are kind of attractive. Like, who's the Notebook? Ryan.
Oh yeah,
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
His
He does
eyes
have a
go
little bit of a
weird.
laziness.
Timothy Chalamet. The eyes go two different. They look a little like they got hit in the head or something.
Is that why you're friends with
hot.
me?
I don't find you
No, your eyes are
sexually
going two different
attractive.
directions.
No.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I'd bang the shit out of Kat. Kidding me? She couldn't even fucking handle it.
You would split her in two.
With her back?
Moving on.
Peg Kenyon.
I would peg the shit out of Kenyon.
No. Not in my bum. I have IBS.
Oh, and your friends.
Oh,
I'll front peg
pegging
ya.
in the front.
Oh, okay.
A front peg, a classic front peg.
Okay.
Yeah, a missionary peg.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
I'd entertain it.
Maybe.
Okay. So this guy, Pitts, was arrested
What?
numerous times during the early 1930s and in 1936 was sentenced to 2 years at Alcatraz. It was here that this small-time criminal made some more serious underworld contacts and began to dream bigger than his typical home robberies. So one newspaper described this as, quote, a little fish in the criminal pool eager to learn from the big fish.
Okay, well, that's dumb. Love it.
I mean, that's basically like,
yeah.
it's more likely than rehabilitation, if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm.
He fixated on the idea that if he somehow removed his fingerprints, he could commit crimes with impunity, as authorities would have no way to prove his presence at the crime scene.
He's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And anyone listening who wants to commit a crime, this is it.
It's your
This
get
is how
out
you
of
do
jail
it.
free card.
Yep, take those prints off.
A fellow inmate told him about a doctor in New Jersey who was known to take on surgeries to alter the appearance of mafia members.
Appearance.
Perfect.
Appearance.
Appearance.
The doctor's name was Leopold Brandenburg, and when Pitts was released from Alcatraz, he decided to travel east to get his plan underway.
Love it.
So he basically is like seeking out this mob plastic surgeon.
Yes.
Yep, there's
In
nothing could go wrong here.
1936 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's great.
Grab your ether towel and just pray.
Go straight for the best.
Great plan.
I don't see any problem.
No.
But first, Roscoe made a quick pit stop
Stop.
Nice.
in Wilkinsboro, North Carolina, where he carried out an elaborate robbery that involved using explosives to blast open a safe in a wholesale grocery warehouse.
Okay.
But despite all of his careful planning, something clearly went wrong with this heist.
Something's off.
Either there wasn't much money in the safe that day, or the explosives failed because Pitt's take was later listed as a measly $400 worth of cigarettes.
Sucker.
Ooh. That's rough. That is, first of all, in the 50s or 30s,
30s.
that's a lot of fucking cigarettes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But he
you
was
can't
going
even
for
enjoy
cash.
that. That's a burdened amount. That's a burdensome amount of cigarettes.
And cigarettes.
That's not even like a good haul.
Like, they were definitely cheaper back then. So yeah, that's
Semi
a
full
lot.
yeah.
of cigarettes.
Today, that's
Yeah.
like 4 packs of cigarettes. But
Pretty much. It's like it's like maybe 2 to 3 cartons if you're lucky.
yeah. So after this robbery that went awry, he went on a mini crime spree because he probably needed to like fund the rest of his trip
Get
to New
actual
Jersey.
money. Yeah. I can't get to New Jersey on cigs alone.
So he robbed a post office and stole a car, which he promptly crashed, and this is very apropos of this episode, into a parked police cruiser.
The only thing that you could have said that's more outlandish than that is into a police station.
Yeah.
Or
That's
Sing
a
Sing.
parked car.
He crashed his stolen car after robbing a post office, after robbing a grocery store.
Was he driving without his glasses like that coven confessor.
Oh, I made their sibling give them their glasses. That's amazing. That was amazing. Give me your glasses.
Ma'am, why are you in a cornfield?
And the mom noticing and saying nothing in the
And
moment.
in the car, just giving her like, God, why aren't you wearing your glasses? the mom scream, the gritted teeth mom scream. You can picture it so
Yeah, the
clearly.
The one you can see that's pent up till you all get in the car and you're on your way
'cause
home.
She doesn't want you to get arrested.
Yeah. I swear to God, Vanessa. Okay.
There will be hell to pay when your father finds out about this.
Not in my house. Mother was the hell.
$140 at the optometrist every fucking year.
Seriously.
Okay.
I just went to the optometrist. It is expensive,
It
even with
is
good
expensive.
insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
All right. So
Anyway,
he crashes
continue.
into a parked police car and then flees the scene. He then
Amazing.
fled north with the idea that if he surgically removed his fingerprints, again, if he was caught for all these crimes, the authorities would never be able to prove it was him.
Well, right, because in Men in Black, once the fingerprints are gone, you're erased from the universe.
Well, that's how it works.
And it's
Yeah.
not like you have a face.
No,
Yeah.
there's no.
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 Yeah.
Right.
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
Or
yeah.
you
Yeah.
couldn't just wear gloves when you commit
No,
crimes.
No. Yeah.
that'd be
No.
too
No.
easy.
Yeah. No. No. Yeah.
Can't do that. No, it's too risky.
Right.
But you get a hole in your glove.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
No.
What are you going to do then, huh?
Right.
Smart guy? Huh?
So upon arrival in New Jersey, he tracked down Dr. Brandenburg and proposed his plan, and the doctor, who had clearly found his medical niche, agreed.
Yep. Oh, you're going to pay me?
Oh,
Cool. I don't need to know
Cool.
anymore.
I charge $400 worth of cigarettes.
I charge you in American cigarettes.
I got it's my lucky day.
What? Okay, great. I charge $400.
My fee's pretty steep.
It's a really volatile in the marketplace.
What's the time money converter on cigarettes? Yeah.
It's your lucky day, sir. So Dr. Brandenburg actually performed 2 surgeries on Roscoe Pitts.
Those fingerprints were
finger
deep.
surgeries?
Oh, we will get to it. The finger surgeries
no.
count as 1, even though really it's 10. But we will get to it.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you have 10 fingers. Okay. I was like, Jesus.
Okay, Whoa,
Whoa.
that escalated quickly. Oh, right, 10 fingers. Okay.
Whoa.
So the first was a relatively minor surgery, and it altered the appearance of a prominent facial scar that Pitts had received in a prison fight. So it was basically just like fixing a scar on his face.
Yeah.
The second was almost inconceivably gruesome and bizarre.
Oh, God.
Brandenburg removed the flesh from Pitt's fingertips, quote,
No.
almost down to the bone.
Ew. There's a big old pad
That's like
right
the
there.
full pad of your. Yeah.
Mhm.
No. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
it gets so much worse.
On both hands?
Yeah.
All 10?
Yep.
Oh.
He then cut, quote, 10 finger-shaped pockets into the skin on Pitt's chest.
Chest?
We will get to it.
No, you gotta
The-
go under the arm.
The fingers were stitched like the,
Oh, yeah.
the
They
raw
still do this.
fingers
Yeah.
It's skin grafting, but it's not on the
to help
chest.
it grow back. Yeah.
What?
And then you cut them free. Oh.
were
oh.
stitched into these pockets and
Don't
left
say
there
pockets.
pocket and then
Get-
left there until the skin from his chest had grafted onto his fingers.
They remade my belly with skin from my butt.
His arms, sorry, I was doing
Wait,
the
are
wrong
you saying he
demonstration.
was stuck like this?
He was stuck like this. His arms were crossed and strapped tightly to his chest to prevent excessive movement during the entire process.
Oh.
How long did it take?
After about 6 weeks,
Oh.
his fingers were carefully sliced off of his chest, leaving 10 finger-shaped scars behind. Good thing you got rid of that distinctive facial scar, buddy.
Oh,
Wouldn't want any identifying scars.
oh
My God.
Oh.
Meanwhile, the authorities were at a loss as to who had committed the North Carolina robberies, and a nationwide manhunt had been launched. Pitts, believing he was now immune from all possible detection by the law,
Okay.
Oh.
traveled back to California after his recovery. Again, 6 weeks that he's laid up like this.
Ugh.
With his hands
Ugh.
like a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He gets to California. He commits another robbery.
Yeah, you don't just stop.
Old
No, once
Sticky
those hands-
Fingers is at it again.
You are disgusting, and you need to be stopped.
Sticky fingers. Ew. Yeah, so his fingerprints are just smooth now?
Hmm?
Well, yeah, of course you'd go commit more crimes. You have no fingerprints.
That's the point. That's the whole
There's
point of this
no
surgery.
way you're gonna get caught.
Oh my
Then
God.
he flees to Texas, but it was in the Lone Star State that his brilliant plan fell apart.
Oh no.
He was pulled over in El Paso as part of a crackdown on draft dodgers. So this is now it's the
Oh.
late 30s, so we're leading up to World War II.
That's so weird. They have like traffic stops for draft dodgers.
Yeah.
It's random checks of any car driven by an of-age man.
Wow, that's fucking
How
wild.
flat are your feet?
Prove
So they
your
asked him
asthma.
to produce his selective service registration card. When he could produce neither this nor any other form of ID, he was brought in for questioning. Pitts refused to give his name, laughed at the police for fingerprinting him, and quote,
You'll never catch me as he's in cuffs.
and quote, challenged the authorities to identify him.
Okay.
Great.
Which, imagine, like, he's gloating. Like, he is so
Oh, yeah.
sure.
What a fucking prick.
Yeah, he's a little asshole.
Yeah.
Which turned
I
out to
love him.
not be very difficult at all. Texas police, realizing they had stumbled upon something more serious than draft dodging, like something's up,
Yeah.
This
Sent
guy
him-
has smooth fingers.
sent his bizarre-looking prints to the FBI, which matched them to prints in their database by comparing the whorls, whorls,
Whorls.
just below the first finger joint.
Yep. Because
Yeah.
they're not, they don't stop here,
You got
people.
palm prints. We know our tongues have unique prints. On animals, dogs and rats,
Tongues and
they
taste,
have
baby.
they have nose prints. I think penises have like distinctive prints too.
That mushroom cap.
You're not gonna get away.
So but this is even better. Like it's like just under where he surgically
Cut
had
off
removed.
Like it
They're
had
like-
the scar.
They're like, we
Yeah, pretty
literally
much.
already
There's a
have your
line.
prints on file.
We just have this part of your hand to go off of,
my
but
God.
it's enough.
So Brandenburg's surgery had not extended down far enough to prevent Pitt's prints from being matched to those he already had on file. To add insult to literal injury,
Uh-huh.
To add insult to surgery.
Seriously.
that quote, under a strong lens, the original whorls above the first joints on his fingers were still visible, even underneath the
God.
transplanted skin.
After
I love
all
that.
you can still fucking
They were still
see it.
coming through, yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, your
Like,
fingerprints,
back.
as we've learned, your fingerprints are a result of your whole dermis growing on your body. So it like
Right, so
ends.
it'll grow back.
This is like where it ends. So of course it's going to grow back, I guess.
Mhm. It's like the jagged edge
Oh my
of your
God.
dermis.
What a fuck. This is amazing.
This is incredible. I love him.
Pitts was arrested for the warehouse robbery and sentenced to 16 to 20 years in prison, although he would ultimately only serve a fraction of this because, again, it's like the late 1930s. One headline following his arrest stated simply, obliteration of fingerprints found useless. Dr. Brandenburg was also tracked down and arrested, along with another doctor who had assisted in the surgery and 4 other people who had helped in various ways, including housing Pitts while he waited the 6 weeks for his freaky chest finger skin grafts to take.
Nursing Pitts.
Ew, you couldn't do anything. Your hands are attached to your chest.
Attached. Ugh, I can't. Ooh.
Fucking gross.
Like, it's one thing if you're in a terrible accident, and like, I'm so glad we have the technology to like help people with skin
but
grafts.
it's so creepy as fuck.
But
there's a way you can
this.
There's a way you can do how
Well,
is it?
now-
Well, I have a now.
Brandenburg walked so we could run.
I have a friend who got the tip of his finger cut off by a guitar amp falling on it.
Oh.
And it was like just the very tip of like his like his pointer and his middle finger.
No.
And I think he just had them down, like bent down into his palm for the skin graft thing, but for like a couple months. But
Good
yeah,
for him. Next.
I think
I'm
I'd
just
rather
saying-
have a scar. I'd just rather have scar tissue.
well, he wouldn't have had like fingertip. I don't actually know.
I have an uncle who's missing the tip of a finger, but he's like a carpenter. Anyway, okay.
You people are sick.
Appreciate your tips.
Yeah. Well, you still got
Follow
'em.
me for more tips and tricks.
So all these people
Follow
were
me for
charged.
fewer tips.
Oh.
They were all charged with conspiracy to aid the unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. J. Edgar Hoover himself released a statement about the arrest of Brandenburg and the others, stating, quote, "The doctor had accomplished nothing since the peculiar classification created by the mutilation made it easier to track the prints."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hoover
You done fucked up.
Hoover prided himself on the FBI's fingerprint database and reportedly took this case very personally when he found out about Pitt's arrest and
he
vowed to
fucking
hold
did.
everyone involved in the surgery accountable because he was like, "You're not ruining my database."
Wasn't
I'm
he
a-
the huge asshole?
Oh, he was a horrible fascist responsible for like a lot of extrajudicial killings. It's horrible. He's horrible. Okay. Of
Yeah.
like
Oh,
civil
right,
rights
right.
leaders and shit. He's
Yeah.
honestly awful. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Brandenburg admitted to performing the surgery at his trial, but claimed that he had no idea Pitts was a fugitive.
Wait a minute. Wait a toot.
He just wanted
That's
to.
why he wanted his fancy fingers?
I didn't think it was sketchy at all.
Wait a toot.
I thought he just didn't like fingers.
Well, I'll be.
But the jury,
shucks.
the jury didn't buy it, and Dr. Brandenburg was found guilty and sentenced to 3 years in prison. But this was later overturned on a technicality, a really bizarre technicality, I might say. His
Okay.
lawyers appealed the conviction to the Federal Circuit Court of Appeals, and they ruled that the crime he had been accused of aiding and abetting, which the crime was burglary by explosives, was not a federally recognized crime.
Burglary by
Wow.
explosive. Yeah. I mean,
It's still burglary.
That's
though.
Couldn't
armed.
they just
yeah,
call
it's
it-
armed robbery?
burglary or like terrorism?
I don't know. He got out.
Weird.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
But don't worry, the doc went on to be arrested again and sentenced to 5 years for writing illegal prescriptions for morphine.
Okay, good. Good.
After the near fingerless Roscoe Pitts was released on parole in 1947,
Nearly headless Nick, nearly fingerless Pitts.
he went on to commit more crimes, mostly robberies, because he liked a 5-finger discount.
Kenyon.
Shut the fuck up. It's actually a 10-finger discount.
And he would be arrested for them. It seems that his elaborate and painful surgery did nothing except actually make it easier to identify his presence at crime scenes thanks to his distinctively weird handprint and the
got, like,
notoriety.
Jagged scar marks on his
And then
finger.
perfect whorls under the knuckle.
What an idiot.
Actually,
I
gloves
can't.
would have been a really simple solution to all of
Honestly,
this.
6 weeks of your life gone.
I feel like everyone wore driving
God.
gloves back then.
It was
He
normal.
took off gloves to then.
He probably arrived on the scene wearing gloves.
and removed them because I can't.
Oh my God. Newspapers, and he's famous now as being the fingerprintless man.
The fingerless man,
Fingerprintless man.
printless pants.
Printless pants.
Newspapers from the late 1940s contain numerous articles about, quote, the man without fingerprints being arrested for yet another crime.
Yet another crime.
One such crime was the robbery of a mere $200 from a store where he was actually an employee. One might say he had his finger in the till.
Shut the fuck up. Man.
Did I Google idioms about fingers and stealing?
Of course you did.
Yes. Maybe.
Newspapers.com, idioms.com.
All right. His biggest score came in 1949, though, when Pitts and another man held up a general store at gunpoint and stole $41,500.
All right, Lucy's experiencing technical difficulties,
We're just going to finish it out.
but she will be back. Okay, go ahead.
So the massive size of this robbery compared to others that Pitts had committed was likely an accident. The store's register contained only $1,500, but when they ransacked the home of the storekeeper who lived just above his own shop, they found an additional $40,000 in a tin box under his bed because this dude didn't trust banks.
That is, I get it.
Especially
I
because,
also
like,
don't, quote unquote, trust banks.
this guy definitely like had just lived through the Great Depression. Like it
Yeah.
makes sense.
It makes sense, but it's so sad because now you're just out your entire. That is retirement. That's life
Yeah.
savings. That is so much fucking money.
That's
That's a lot of money
today.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit! It's not enough to retire, but like
no, but it's like an
That's-
annual salary almost today.
that's like I don't know if I could ever come back from that amount of money for this guy to lose.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so sad. But also, like, please, if you're still keeping your cash in a tin box,
I do
people
think that
listening.
he got it back because Pitts is such
Was
an
it
idiot
was-
and was caught.
okay. Please God, I hope he got it back. But just a cautionary tale, people. People always look under the bed, in the mattress.
Right.
These are
And we're
oldest
it's-
hiding places in the
It's
book.
also not the Great Depression anymore, so like deposits in banks up to a certain amount
Are
are
insured.
federally insured. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But as ever, be careful what you wish for, meaning like Pitts got this huge take that he was probably wishing for.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the biggest take of his career, this robbery was Pitt's ultimate downfall. He was arrested for it about 2 weeks later. He was caught red-handed.
God damn it. Every time you get that, like, little excited, like, I'm going into character, I just fucking know that you're going to say something dumb.
Well, he tried to point the finger at
I'm gonna
his
kill you.
accomplice.
Could have fucking kid.
But both the accomplice and the missing cash remained at large. Oh shit, I forgot about that part. So the shopkeeper didn't get his money.
Oh no, the cash! Oh.
News coverage of his arrest describes how, quote, FBI agents and local officers roused the notorious ex-convict out of sleep at a hotel where he had registered under an assumed name. He made no attempt to escape.
He was done. He was fucking
The law
exhausted. The law is relentless.
He had just broken in. He had some chicken.
Had a
and
warm
pasta, ran a bath,
Tidied up the mail.
climbed into bed. He was done.
That sounds so
I know.
good. I think I'm gonna eat dinner in bed
and
before
all
I
I
go to
ever
sleep.
want to eat is chicken and pasta.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Okay. One newspaper report summed up Pitt's final arrest thusly, quote, "There are many in our prison systems who outsmarted themselves." but none who offer so flagrant an example as this. For in all his months of preparation and his 6 weeks of agony, in all the deliberate suffering to disfigure himself forever, he overlooked one little thing, that fingers without prints are the most readily recognizable of all. So Roscoe Pitt's pain-filled effort to launch a new career of crime ended his forever. And Roscoe Pitts died fingerless in prison in 1976 at the age of 62.
Oh no! He didn't even live a long fingerless life.
No, and that's my case.
Oh, that's amazing. Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
2 thumbs up. If you can't beat him, am I right?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 fingerless glove users agree.
You know what? This case really made a big imprint on me.
Oh. Oh, amazing. All right, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors and see how Lucy's doing. Knowledge is power, folks, and when you know more, you can make better decisions for your body, for your health, for your future. And there aren't many decisions bigger than having a kid or not having a kid. Mm-hmm. But for many people, their fertility is a big, huge question mark, especially for people like me who are not having children. So, like, why check? There's a lot of reasons why to check. Tell us more, Kenya.
A lot of reasons. Your hormones affect, like, every part of your life. Your hair, your skin, your mood, your weight, like your energy levels. Everything.
It's everything. It's everywhere. It's in everything.
But also, you know, I did want to have kids and I did struggle with infertility. And I'm so glad that I had Modern Fertility as a resource. That is why Modern Fertility was created, to give you that knowledge and power back. It's an easy and affordable way to test your fertility hormones at home with a simple finger prick. You mail it in with a prepaid label and you'll get your personalized results within 6 business days. You'll get insight into your hormone levels, like your ovarian reserve, which sounds like a fancy credit card, but actually it's like the number of eggs that you have based on your age.
I get points?
Yeah. And other important factors that can impact your fertility. And these results go deep into what every hormone means. And you can also download the results to review with your doctor for next steps. And traditional hormone testing at a fertility clinic can cost over $600.
Boo.
But Modern Fertility tests the same general set of hormones for only $179. And if you go to modernfertility.com/gals, you can get $20 off your test. Plus, you can get reimbursed for the test through your FSA/HSA. So if you want kids today, or just maybe one day in the future, or you just want to know, like, why am I really tired and my chin is constantly breaking out and I have a mustache growing, clinically sound info about your body can help you make the right decision for you.
Absolutely. And right now, Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/gals. That means your test will cost $159, which is a fraction of what it would cost at a fertility clinic. So get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/gals. One more time, that's modernfertility.com/gals, and treat your knowledge.
Treat it. Do you think seeing a therapist or psychiatrist would be helpful for you, but you just don't have the time to, like, actually find one, or to make the appointment, or to go in a transportation vehicle and meet with them? Or are you worried about whether or not you can afford that kind of help? Try Talkspace. By doing everything online, Talkspace has made getting the help you want easy, accessible, and affordable.
And a lot of times people feel like they need to wait until something bad happens. to work with a therapist.
No.
You don't need to do that. Don't wait. Why wait? Like, you can get a therapist through Talkspace, and therapy can help you shift your perspective, find tools to cope in difficult times, and just like daily times.
Yeah, you don't
And
need to qualify. Everybody
It's helpful for
qualifies
everyone.
for therapy.
Yep. Existence is relentless. You qualify for therapy, okay? And your Talkspace therapist can just be a general guiding light. And getting started is often just the hardest and most important part. But Talkspace, like Kenyon said, makes it easy and affordable. At Talkspace.com, you can sign up online and get a personalized match with a provider that's right for you, typically within 48 hours. This is literally life-saving for a lot of people. It's amazing. And it's just incredibly convenient to have virtual sessions with your licensed therapist from the comfort of your home. You, like Kenyon said, you don't need to commute. You don't have to take time off of work. You don't have to get childcare lined up in order to go to therapy. It's just in your pocket or at your computer. It's so easy. I often will get like weird. I mean, a lot of my anxiety happens at night when I'm trying to go to bed. Hi, I'm a normal human person living in America. And so I got into the habit of like dumping some of those intrusive thoughts into my therapy app in the evening. And I could just get it out. I don't have to wait for my appointment and try to remember what was causing me anxiety in that moment. I can, communicate it right there in the app. And then the next day during her office hours, my therapist, Emily, shout out, can respond and help me with some skills to calm my mind at the end of the day.
It's fantastic.
It's seriously amazing. Yeah.
And as a listener of this podcast, you'll get $100 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/gals, GALS. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/gals to get $100 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's Talkspace.com/gals, and treat your brain.
Treat it. Are you ready for my case?
Yay, maybe not.
These are so dumb. I have two very shallow dives, so my segment's not going to be very long, but I couldn't not. I can't. Okay. Even like hi Amanda wouldn't do any of this.
Hi, Amanda.
Even me.
That bitch will do anything.
Literally notorious thief. Lucy saw me at my peak at our 10-year reunion.
To be fair, you weren't high. You were just wasted.
I was hammered though.
Kyle,
I think
bring us more shrimp.
More shrimp. I shoved plates from the caterers into my Spanx and brought them home.
Honestly, who
You needed those plates.
who schedules
still have
a
the traffic code from that
10-year
night.
high school reunion on a boat?
I couldn't leave. I had to steal something.
God,
Left me with no
it
options.
was a high
Minnetonka.
pressure
I'm
environment.
very sad I missed that. When's our 20th?
It was so fun. Our 20th
Way
is
too
probably
soon.
coming up.
Really soon.
2015. 2015.
2025.
20.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. 20. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's coming up in 2015.
2025.
Is that how we say it?
We're so old.
The light just left my eyes. I felt it.
My eyes are darker.
Okay.
Yeah.
The world seems.
I'm
darker
gonna
now.
be there for that one. I'm going.
It was really
All right.
fun.
Hold on.
We had vodka Red Bulls with Nick Bailey at his parents' house before we went to the boat.
Holy shit.
It was a
I'm
really
not
good
okay.
time. I asked Zach Barnett
25.
what he did for a living.
This was after his extremely famous song, Best Day of My Life
did
by
it.
American
He's
authors.
a celebrity. Oh, I was joking.
Oh, okay.
What are
I
you
was like,
up
what
to
have you been
these
up to
days?
these days? And he looked at me.
It's like you've been to my shows.
It was a great joke. It was a great gag.
You spilled Taco Bell all over my carpet. I'm just kidding. That didn't happen.
Shit.
Okay.
No, the Taco Bell was after.
Right. I know. I was skewing the timeline for comedic effect.
Anyway.
Okay. So for both of my cases today, we have to hop the pond over to Mariout, England.
Oh, geography?
And you know what that means. It's time for geography. This series of crimes took place in the town of Murfield, which is south of Liver's Edge.
Ugh, I'm at my liver's edge.
West of Methley.
Oh, a second appearance.
Oh, yeah, we have talked about meth in your case. East of Ramsbottom.
Yes.
And north of Wig Twizzle.
No.
Yeah.
People live in Wig Twizzle.
Wig Twizzle,
Y'all need to be
England.
stopped.
I
This is
can't.
so absurd.
Wig Twizzle. With an honorable mention to Dungworth. North of Dungworth.
That'll happen if you Ramsbottom.
No. Dungworth is just south of Ramsbottom. Now, I do kind of feel bad for the guy in, frankly, both of my cases, but like,
For living
usually
in these
if a crime,
places.
no. Usually if a crime is committed, it's out of some sort of like tragic desperation or other pretty sad origins. We know this, but that doesn't make this less funny.
Okay.
So, this guy's name is Justin Stansfield, and at the time that these crimes were committed, he was about 38 years of age and was battling a heroin addiction, as well as using other substances, which will become clear. This was 2014, and it seems from the few articles that I read that he'd been doing pretty well, staying sober and working consistently, but he got back into heroin use several months prior to this incident because he was diagnosed with throat cancer.
Oh, that'll throw a
And-
wrench into your sobriety.
Yeah. And he saw his grandfather go through chemo and was afraid of the treatment for his cancer. So he like didn't do it, but
It's
the
like a
pain
fuck
of
it
throat
mentality.
cancer had gotten to him, so he sought pain relief, and like many people get addicted to like Oxy, and then that's a slippery slope to, oh, I can't get a prescription for Oxy, so now I'm finding heroin on the
Yeah.
street.
It's
Yeah.
way
So,
slippery.
Yeah, to relieve his pain. But anyway, this is a reminder that substance use disorder is real, and if you need help, we have a lot of options listed on our resources page on the website.
And you're super not alone because it's very
You're super
easy
not
to
alone.
do it, to fall into.
Yeah. But with all of this going on, Justin really wasn't thinking straight. His only priority was getting high, and to do so, he needed money, which is something that he did not have. So he resorted to burglary. He broke into houses in Murfield, which, like, y'all, don't shit where you eat.
Yeah.
Don't shit in Ramsbottom. Go to Dungworth for that.
Yes, always shit at Dungworth. He would like steal TVs and other easy to pawn goods, and this was how he would scrape together what he needed to get his ex fix. Seemed to be working out okay for him for a short while, but on May 20th of 2014, he broke into a 69-year-old retiree's home. This old man was sleeping in a chair in the living room when he suddenly woke up to the sound of someone in his home rifling through his shit,
That
which
is
is like
terrifying.
one of my and most people's greatest fears. Like, that would be so scary. I'm sleeping. How
Yeah.
dare you?
That's like having a spider be in the shower when you're naked.
I actually heard a really scary
Unbelievable.
sound once when I was in the
Intrusive.
bathtub, and I like made Bill come home. He was like out at a show, and I was like, I can't get out of here. I keep hearing a weird
I'm
sound.
naked. I'm not going to confront the burglar in
No, roll my
towel.
car
What
and
was
then
it?
go have eye surgery. It was
Nothing?
fucking Callie and Pepperoni doing some dumb
pet
shit. I don't even know. They were like playing with something or like eating garbage, and I thought it was going to be the day I fucking died. I just get you a partner who's willing to come home because you're scared of pet shit in the other room. Anyway, this old bastard was not going to be intimidated by some asshole burglar. There's a quote from Yorkshire Live. Quote.
Could you look more like a donkey
No,
when
Lucy
you
froze.
say it?
Oh, there you go. Okay. Lucy, you froze for a second, just toppled over, and all we could see was the top of your little bun.
I just wanted to see. I just said, could you say Yorkshire Live more like a donkey when you're
Okay.
Anyway, quote, he went into the hallway where he saw Justin Stansfield and immediately raised his walking stick and told him to get out. So the dude literally shook his cane at Justin and Justin just took off.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going
I'm
there.
messing with that guy.
Fuck no.
Silent
You don't mess with
generation.
old guys.
Fuck no, you don't.
Silent-
Old man strength is very
Silent
real.
generation. The greatest at
Oh, Jesus
beating
Christ.
your ass.
Yeah. So police were called and Justin was apprehended about 20 minutes after the incident, clearly intoxicated, hiding near some stashed crates of beer that he actually forgot he had stolen earlier, but we'll get to that.
Oh, nice. It's like
What?
finding a snack in the couch.
Yep. And also he had the keys to the old man's house. So like as he was leaving, he pulled the keys out of the inside of the door. Because I guess the old man just like had his keys there or like next to the door or something and took them. And the police are like, well, what the fuck were you going to go back
Yeah.
and try to
Props.
steal his shit?
Yeah.
Like that's not good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So Justin
Old man's got to
explained
sleep at some point.
Nah, he'll go back to bed. Justin explained his circumstances to the officers and eventually in court, we'll get to it, down to his fear of treatment for his cancer. And this is a quote again from Yorkshire Live. Quote, however, he was now willing to receive help and was ashamed of his actions that night when he had been looking for items to sell to buy heroin. Because of his drunken condition, his memory of the events was hazy, and he had told police he could not believe he had offended at the home of an old man. But that's not all he couldn't believe. Days later, after Justin had been apprehended, the owner of the crates of beer that had been stolen from his garage found a clue. He had reported the theft to police who hadn't yet connected it to Justin somehow. I think people are just not refreshing their browser because like he was caught near the beer. But I think when this guy just made the report, the police like wrote it off as some teenagers who had broken into the garage to steal beer, as well as eat a bunch of popsicles that he had in his freezer.
No. Egregious. He
But
probably saved the best flavors for last. They
Probably.
stole his best flavor popsicles.
yup,
All
I
his
ate a bunch of
clues.
popsicles. But Stephen Pickles, 58, the owner of the garage,
Stew pickles.
Stu Pickles from Rugrats, found something interesting while cleaning up the garage a few days after the theft. A set of false teeth that had been hiding between the wall of the garage and the refrigerator.
No.
The
What?
teeth didn't belong to anyone in Stu Pickles' home, so they must have belonged to the burglar. Quote,
Those are
the garage.
custom.
The garage wasn't locked, so he had sneaked in and helped himself to the beer. I reported it to police at the time, and a few days later, I went in the garage and found a false set of teeth down the side of the freezer. I managed to move them to a shelf and then told the police.
I like to think that the burglar lost the teeth because he was cracking open a beer.
Oh, I'll tell you exactly how he lost the
Okay.
teeth. And you're not that far off.
Oh.
The police, armed with the teeth and
Armed
to the teeth, were able to trace them directly to none other than Justin Stansfield,
Well,
whose history of drug use probably led to some
Shitty teeth. And
dental
then,
work.
And then he got
And
sober,
he had
so he
some
got his teeth
dentures.
fixed.
Yep.
Oh
And
my god.
now-
Did either of you
proven-
see that Mila Kunis movie where she was, she played a...
Is this going to be on the Gals Misremember?
No, it is definitely
It
her.
is Mila Kunis? Okay.
And she plays like a drug addict who then like goes back to her parents or like mom and stepdad and is like trying to get clean and whatever and is clean for a while and then
I've seen the previews for it, but I haven't
Relapses.
watched the actual movie because she looks
I haven't seen it.
so
It's
bad and sad.
real
I can't.
sad. But
It looks
yeah,
like
part
a
of it
day
is
ruiner.
getting her teeth fixed.
Ugh.
'Cause her
Well.
teeth are real bad in it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Are you recommending or not?
If
you have to be in the right mood, probably.
yeah, if
for
you ever
it.
just want to watch like
Like if you're
Want a
already
good cry.
a
sad.
really sad movie about addiction, then yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Go for it.
Like that Julia Roberts movie that's like Ben's coming home or something like that.
Oh, I just watched that.
It's so
Oh,
sad. It's
okay.
so fucking
We're not
sad.
going down this road.
Okay, anyway.
Stepmom?
So, what?
Stepmom?
No, it's newer. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
It's about
Okay.
Julia Roberts. She's a mom. No, her teenage son is like a horrible addict, and she's trying to like keep him out of it. And
Okay.
she may or may not succeed. I'm not going to give away the ending, but she doesn't succeed anyway.
Okay. I'm going to move on. So now a proven serial burglar, he was sentenced to 16 months in jail for his crimes. I have no idea where he is now, but I hope he is in recovery both from his substance use and his cancer. And let this be a cautionary tale. If you steal beer and popsicles, don't take your teeth out at the scene to eat popsicles.
No.
And forget to put them back in.
Not even great.
Well, I mean, we don't know what the flavors were.
We know what the best flavors are.
Or, as the Mirror said in the most British quote ever, Stansfield also pinched ice lollies from the freezer, but after taking out his false teeth to enjoy the tasty proceeds of his crime, he staggered out of the garage, having left his noshes behind.
Ice lollies.
Ice lollies.
Ice lollies.
That's adorable.
That's the
Take
cutest thing
nipping
I've
some
ever
ice lollies
heard.
from the freezer.
Ice lollies.
Ice lollies.
And his stashes.
Yeah, so don't leave your teeth behind.
Yeah.
Okay, for my next trick, we're going to stay in England. And I wanted to see, like, more ridiculous town names.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with round 2 of
You got a double dose of geography, folks.
So this hapless heist took place in Abington, Oxfordshire, which is north of Hell Corner,
Of course.
west of Pussy. That's Wets Pussy to you. I think it's actually spelled the same way too, right?
Mrs. Lush
I have it
Wets
on my
Pussy.
post-it still now.
Lushy Wets Pussy.
Lushy Wets Pussy.
Oh, God
W-E-T-Z. Wet.
bless. Love. East of Foulness Island
Ish.
and south of Long Itchington.
Oh, no.
For real, England, what the fuck?
If you go
Yikes.
into the wrong pussy, you could end up with Long Itchington.
If you have Long Itchington, go to the doctor for some
Yeah.
relief.
If you have
That sounds awful.
Itchington lasting longer than
Long. 4 hours.
Yeah, if you
long.
go down to Foulness Island, you could wind up
Foul,
with Long
you might
Itchington.
catch Long Itchington. Oh, God. So the star of this tale is James Allen, an idiot.
An idiot.
An idiot. On March 2nd, 2012, James entered a convenience store in Abingdon wearing a balaclava, not baklava, to hide his identity and armed with a toy gun. We're off to an amazing start already, and it only gets worse from here.
Great.
He held up the person behind the register who handed over what was in the till, about 135 pounds of cash.
Pounds of cash?
Ah, I can never find the little pound symbol when I'm typing,
The
so I
little
just
L.
don't bother.
Yeah.
I just
Curvy
don't-
L.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fine.
He turned to run out the door with his loot, only to become enraged when the door wouldn't open. He
It's a
assumed someone had.
push. No. No.
Yeah,
No. I was
babe.
Girl, no.
Babe, it's so stupid.
Babe.
He assumed someone had discreetly locked it to keep him from escaping, angrily pushing and pushing on the door before eventually ripping off his face covering in a fit of rage because he's sweating, revealing himself to the staff and the CCTV cameras in the shop.
Was it just a pull?
We'll get to it. He was immediately recognized not only as a regular customer, but as the same guy who had robbed the shop a mere 10 days prior.
No.
The first robbery took place just before 6 p.m. on February 23rd when Supervisor Leanne Coxon was preparing to close the store. He kept his balaclava on that time, though, and successfully robbed Leanne of 360 pounds from the till. I'm sure he probably also took whatever she had in her wallet, but that's what he made off with that day. But this second attempt was not going well at all. During his tantrum and demand for store manager Angela Croak,
He demanded to see the manager because
he demanded the manager come unlock the door. He was trying to kick a glass panel near the door, smashing it, but it's like not big enough for him to get through. And also the act of kicking it sent him flying backwards, knocking over a drink display, falling all the way to the ground, sending bottles all over the floor. A scene only made more embarrassing by Angela simply pulling the door open to let him out. Can you imagine? And yes, there's video, and I have a link that we can watch. You don't need any sound, so you can just click the link in your browser. But
yourself backward. Oh, no.
The door had not been locked at all. It was simply a pull to exit rather than a push, something James should have known as a regular customer and even previous robber of this very store.
All right, I'm ready.
Go ahead. Just go ahead and watch. It's like 30 seconds. It's so amazing. I love Angela so much. She seems very calm because this guy is just clearly tragic. But when he falls into the sodas.
Oh my God.
And then she just walks past him and opens the door. It's amazing. This video is incredible. I need everyone to watch it. The link will be on the blog. It's so fucking good.
He just like
I watched it like 100
back.
times today. Yeah, he was kicking so hard that he just pushed himself into an entire display of sodas.
And she's like, bro.
God.
She looks embarrassed for him.
She's so embarrassed. She's so
I'm
embarrassed. It's so
embarrassed for
embarrassing. It's the most embarrassing thing. So quote, after Miss Croak had to open the door for him, Alan ran off and was found by police on the same road 3 hours later with the balaclava in his pocket, having thrown the fake weapon in a nearby bin.
But not the balaclava.
Yeah, right? You threw away the gun, but not the mask. Nikki Duncan, prosecuting like attorney in court, whatever they call them, solicitor, told the court, quote, when he was put in the back of the police car, he immediately started to cry and told police that he needed to pay rent and said, I'm sorry, it's not fair on them. Are they all right?
Oh, he felt bad.
He felt really bad. His defense leaned into this, as well as his drug use, which we'll get to, stating in court, oh, this is so brutal. Quote, it was totally unsophisticated. It was bumbling and incompetent. His actions after the robbery demonstrated Mr. Allen is pathetic rather than callous.
I mean, that's true.
Fucking ouch. Like,
That's your
whoa.
defense.
That's your attorney.
He's not competent. He's just
That's
pathetic.
pathetic. He's
He had
not
to
callous.
pay rent.
He's not callous.
Imagine having to tell your celly, like, oh, what are you in for? Well,
Don't look up this YouTube
pushing
video.
a door.
I kicked a window that was too small for me to crawl through, and I kicked it too hard with my rubber-toed boot that it actually bounced to me backwards. And the person I
Into
was trying to
sodas.
rob opened the door for me.
and let me out with 135 pounds. No, just cash, not pounds of anything. Just, no, you're right. Just
To
cash.
be fair,
no,
they
it's
could
really
detain
sad.
him in just a normal room. They don't even
Oh,
need to lock
absolutely.
the cell door.
It was only like $200.
Imagine being in court and your defense is that you're pathetic. Like, my heart is broken. It's like, yeah, he did it. He's just
Your
so
Honor,
pathetic. Please.
He's not a threat.
really sad.
It's so sad. He also said in court that he owed his dealer money for drugs and that the dealer had threatened him, given him the toy gun, and told him to pay his debts.
Defense.
Well, but told him to pay his debts by robbing his store. I think they might believe that. I don't know.
I mean, it could be true.
I
could very much be
believe it,
true.
but is it a
Just add in
defense? No.
charges.
I know. So this was taken into account at trial. It's like he was coerced into it, I guess, but like you bought the drugs. So he still did it.
It's still a full crime.
Oh, it is. And he is punished for this. But so anyway, it was taken into account at the trial, but also other thefts were taken into account at the trial, like his theft of checks from his own father's checkbook that he would make out to himself for over 1,600 pounds. Addiction is crazy, y'all.
It's
Like,
so-
it will
it's
make
so
you
sad.
do unhinged shit. Like steal money from your fucking aging parents. Anyway, James was sentenced, etc. James was sentenced to 3 years in prison for his numerous crimes and was told by the judge at sentencing, quote, I accept that you would not have acted as you did if you and your family hadn't been threatened with violence, but it makes no sense trying to get yourself out of trouble by doing something criminal yourself.
Yes,
so it
Judge.
sounds like,
yes.
yeah, it sounds like the jury or whatever and the judge believed that he was being threatened to pay back his dealers, which like they're gonna do
But,
that.
like, you, sir, are not capable of robbing a store, as
No.
you have so clearly demonstrated.
This is not the way. Reflecting on the incident, Detective Chief Inspector Mark John said, quote, clearly Allen's actions show that he isn't cut out for a career in crime due to the way in which he was apprehended. He now has time to think about these actions while serving his sentence in prison. And those are my little types.
Well done. Well done.
Ice lollies.
Ice lollies.
Ice lollies and spilled sodas. Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
And toothless.
Yeah.
And fingerprintless.
Ugh, the fucking fingers in the chest. I can't.
The smooth tips.
Beyond Stupid felt like a warm hug. It was so nice to do that again.
Nice to have that palate cleanser. All right. Well, thanks
Loved
for
it.
listening.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Kala Yip, music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell, editing by Jonathan Camp. Check out our website and blog at wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wine and Crime Pod. If you have questions, answers, or recommendations to share, email us at wineandcrimepodcast@gmail.com. Episodes are available on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, basically wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And if you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. It is the best way to spread the word. If you'd like to show your support, visit our Patreon page to keep this podcast and the wine flowing. Cheers!